these on so I can see more clearly. All right. What up, Nerd Squad? Thanks for stopping back in today. I got another bullshit assessment for you. Let's talk about Ryan Reynolds' new movie, Free Guy. Got a chance to see it last night. So let's talk about it. Full disclosure, guys, obviously there's going to be some spoilers in this starting out. So if you have not seen it yet and you're waiting, make sure you go check out some of the other content and come back when you are ready to check this out. Pretty cool concept for this movie. I'll be honest, watching the trailers, I wasn't over the top excited for this. I wasn't jumping up and down for it, but I knew I was going to go see it as soon as it came out. I'm a huge Ryan Reynolds fan, so I knew that I was going to enjoy this for the most part. Pretty much everything he's put out I've really enjoyed, so I was excited, but again, I wasn't super hyped for this thing. The real quick rundown on this thing, guys, is the premise of this thing is pretty cool. It's a really cool idea. Ryan Reynolds' character plays a NPC, a non-playable character in a video game, and he does not know that that's what he is. He goes about his everyday life the same way. He gets up, he eats a cereal, he gets a cup of coffee, he goes to work at the bank where he's a teller, it gets robbed multiple times, and then he goes to the beach with his buddy. And that's kind of the everyday thing for him. That's all he knows, that's all he does. Well, through the course of the movie, he starts to discover that things are different. They're not exactly what they seem to be. The main characters in this movie that they look at are the characters in this world wear glasses or sunglasses, and they call them the sunglass people. They're the heroes and whatnot. They kind of roam the streets doing whatever they want. The premise of this thing is straight out of Grand Theft Auto and a handful of other video games. So it was super cool to see that world that they're in. But anyway, so Ryan Reynolds ends up with a pair of glasses and he puts them on and it illuminates everything. There's, a bank heist job, tag. There's a med pouch on the ground that he can collect and money from when somebody dies. So he starts to realize that the glasses wearers see a different world than he does. So he starts to dive into that to figure out what's going on. He's basically coming on to the idea that he has some free will here. Not supposed to be the case. He's an NPC. The game developers are trying to figure out who this guy is. They think it's somebody that hacked into the game. Long story there. So they're trying to figure out who he is. But at the same time, the other two main characters of this, the Molotov girl, played by Jodie Comer, and Keys, played by Joe Keery, they're game developers. And they had developed a game prior to this game that had some artificial intelligence that they were trying to see evolve. Well, throughout the course of whatever happened, this other guy played by Taika Waititi, who you guys may know from a lot of stuff, directed some Mandalorian, Star Wars stuff, voiced Korg. I mean, this guy is doing tons and tons of stuff. He's fantastic. I believe he just directed the newest Thor movie as well. I might be wrong, but I think he did. But he's doing tons of stuff. And his character is super funny, and he's just such a dick, but he had stolen the code for this artificial intelligence, and he buried it in this game, not knowing what the end result would be. And that, some of these characters, and specifically Ryan Reynolds' character, Guy, started to develop some free will. So Molotov girl, played by, like I said, Jodie Comer, her character is, she's actually playing a character in the game where she's going through and she's trying to find her code, basically the code they had developed. She's trying to find it because there's a lawsuit going on and all kinds of stuff. So that's kind of how it comes to be. The two characters within this game, Ryan Reynolds and Molotov girl, meet and talk, and he starts to figure out he can do more, and he really likes her. He's falling in love with her, all this stuff. It's a really cool story, and it's such a cool concept to see, the thought of a non-playable character evolving, and that's exactly what happened throughout this. He basically becomes his own person, and he has his own likes and what he wants to do, and it really changes the landscape of this game. And he's leveling up by being the hero. He's stopping some of the crime and doing all this good guy shit, and to level up, because she said she wouldn't hang out with him till he was at least at a level 100. So he's trying real hard to win her over and whatnot. At the same time, all this stuff, there's a lot of stuff going on. He's figuring it out, and she's trying to help him figure it out. And once Taika's character figures out what's going on, he's trying to shut the game down. He's got a new release coming out for the second version of it. So they're fighting this fight back and forth because he doesn't want the secret exposed, this, that, and the other. And just tons and tons and tons, like I said, of video game references. super, super, super funny stuff. I mean, we're talking about one of the bank robbers comes in and is just talking mad shit to Ryan Reynolds, get the fuck down, this, that, and the other. And he's being resistant at this point. And then it flashes to the outside world character that's, the person that's playing this bank robber. It's these two little girls, and the little girl's like, kill that motherfucker, like just straight video game shit, just trolls on the other end of the controllers and through the internet, just talking mad shit. Super funny stuff. There's tons of really good cameos. There's really good voiceovers in it. I believe, I think I saw that The Rock had a voice in it. Just a handful of them that were in there. So super, super funny stuff. The writing on this was fantastic. The acting in this was fantastic. The story was really, really, really cool. It was really good. And it was something I was a little concerned about. Like, how are they going to pull this off? Is it going to be kind of like, Ready Player One? And just kind of curious to how they were going to do it. And this was awesome. It was so good. The visuals in this thing were fantastic. Honestly, guys, my no bullshit assessment of this is it is a must see. If you're any kind of a Ryan Reynolds fan, if you're into video games, you're going to get a lot of the references within it. It is a super, super fun time. It's a good, just shut your brain off type of movie. Just sit back, relax, laugh your ass off, and have a good time. I really, really enjoyed it. I honestly can say that I do not feel like there was anything about it that I did not like. All the characters that continue to come in to the game and into the world and stuff are hilarious. From the start of this thing to the end of it, it is so funny. Not only is it just funny just throughout with their interactions and stuff, but because of the nature of this movie/game that he's in, if you pay attention to what's happening in the background of this thing, it will just floor you. It is so funny to see all this stuff going on in the background. There's constantly police chases and people shooting each other and people walking around randomly just punching other people. And I mean, it is so funny. It is so funny. And one of the things that really got me was I remember this a couple years ago. I mean, this was a handful of years ago for some of you young bucks. One of the prior Grand Theft Auto versions that was out. Might have been 2, maybe 3. I don't know, but it's been a minute. But my boy was playing this thing, and I remember, man, he walked up to an NPC and punched him in the face. And normally in GTA, you hit somebody or you do something like that, they want to throw down with you, and that was the point. He walked up to him, punched him in the face to start a fight. And this NPC turned around, punched his ass right in the mouth, and knocked his character out. No shit. We had never seen that before. We had never seen the main character, your playable character, just get knocked out like that. One punch, put him on his ass. It didn't kill his character, but it put him on the ground. It was the funniest thing. And I kid you not, to this day, I give him shit still for getting knocked out by that NPC, which made me think of this. This was in that guy's time, in that NPC's time, that was his last fucking straw for that day. And he knocked this dude clean out, and it was funnier than shit. So I loved it, guys. I thought it was fantastic. I would see it again. I will tell you to go see it. Super, super funny. And again, I feel like it has so many good levels or layers of storytelling to this that, there is the love story within it that the online character that Ryan Reynolds plays, Guy, he falls in love with the girl character, Molotov Girl. And what it ends up leading into is that Guy was created by the other character, Keys, the developer. And so them kind of falling in love is kind of what he was hoping for. He had designed this character and his AI to notice her and to pay attention to her. And the funniest thing is what gets his attention is, the snippet of the song she's singing and stuff. And he even goes on to say, Guy's character goes on to saying it that, he likes 5-octave songbirds, and who doesn't? So it's so funny, you guys. Like I said, I can't tell you enough how funny I thought it was. I really, really enjoyed it. Start to finish, I was laughing the whole time. Just hits you at every point. It's such a funny contrast of how he's just this guy trying to do such good and be a good guy. And like, no matter where he is walking around the city, there's a helicopter flying into a building and people are mugging each other and shooting each other. And, I mean, it's legit straight up Grand Theft Auto. And like I said, a handful of other video games all just piled into one. but it was fantastic. You guys have got to see this movie. I will stop rambling about it because, like I said, it's awesome. Go check it out. Let me know what you guys think. Leave me some comments. Make sure you like, subscribe, tell your friends, get them on board with the channel. I appreciate every single one of you guys that takes the time to check these videos out. I really, really am curious to see what you guys think of this, if you liked it or not. If you got all of the video game references, leave in the comments what your favorite video game reference was. I will say one super funny one, of course, that they had to have in there was a teabagging. So, as that would be... yeah, also hit me up on Instagram at Sector7Podcast. Leave me a comment there if you guys want to. Let me know what you want to see in the future. I think Bad Batch just wrapped up. I got one episode left to check out of that, so we'll probably put some out for that. But until then, guys, same as always, be safe, be good to each other, and we'll see you in the next one. See ya.